Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in your day. I hope you're feeling loved and blessed. We're going to get into it because we got a few things to talk about because we got to talk about a planetary shift going on right now, okay? A literal transit signal, okay, called Lord of the Karma. Lord of Karma. Excuse me. Let's talk about it. It's February 13th, 2026. Happy Friday the 13th, right? This is what's going on. Saturn is entering Aries, okay, marking a major shift. It's going to last roughly 3 years until April 12th, 2028, okay? So it's going from emotional Pisces to the action oriented Aries, okay? This major shift is about accountability, discipline. Listen now, and maturity regarding personal agency, leadership, and independence. So, this is what it's about. Okay. Saturn is in its fall. Okay. In Aries, meaning its restrictive energy is weakened. And this can cause frustration. You're going to feel a little frustrated. Okay. Going to feel frustrated. As the need to slow deliberate structure, which is the Saturn energy, it's going to clash with the need for speed and immediacy, which is the Aries energy. Okay. And this is going to uh, force us, focus can force you to grow, change, and build. Okay. What you want to build. Okay. So this is going to be about accountability, actionable accountability. The focus is on taking responsibility for actions, passions, rather than reacting impulsively. Right? Leadership and authority, a shift toward becoming leaders for our own lives, right? Oh, karmic lessons are going to be big right now, okay? High impact and instant, okay? For individuals with cardinal signs, especially. So listen up, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay, these are the cardinal signs, right? These are the initiators of the zodiac sign, the leaders, right? Because each of these signs are the beginning of the season. So each, let's explain it. Aries represents, as you know, fire, which also represents spring. Cancer represents water, which represents summer. Libra represents air, which represents fall, and Capricorn represents Earth, which represents winter. Okay, so the natal Saturn in Aries, the experience is going to be great for those born between the years 1996 and 1999. All right, because this is going to be their first return, so it's going to be intense. Okay, it's going to be defining life lessons. Okay? So let's go over something a little bit else to explain that. Okay. What y'all doing over there? What's going on over here? So, oh, I can put it like that. There we go. So, Aries, being, as you know, wands, represents fire. This is going to initiate action, bold leaders, and speed. Okay, for you Aries. For you cancers, it's going to be the cups, right? It's water. This is going to initiate some emotional connections and nurturing in you. Okay, it's going to be intense. So listen up. So Libra, which is the swords, is air. Okay, it's going to initiate some relationships, diplomacy, and some new ideas. They're going to come on quick. You're going to be up at 3 a.m. going, what am I thinking about this for? All right, Capricorn, listen up. Pentacles, Earth. It's going to initiate structure, your ambition, and long term goals. What are you doing? Going to open up a business? And so that's what's going on. Some strong, strong stuff, okay? Strong, strong stuff. All right, so let's talk about what we talk about, which is the tarot. And as you know, like I said, it's Friday the 13th. And Friday is ruled by the Empress, which is ruled by Venus, the planet Venus. So, what we're going to focus on, and it's a simple spread, simple, three cards. The divine feminine. Now, if you're a man and you're going, oh, I'm not going to watch this, listen. We all carry both. As a man, you carry your divine masculine and your divine feminine. Sometimes these men don't connect to their divine feminine and they come across a little bit too aggressive. And then women, you have your own same thing, vice versa, vice versa, vice versa, vice versa, right? And it's good to have that balance. So that's what we're going to focus on over here and keep it simple. Keep it simple. But I wanted to share all that wonderful information about Saturn, because that affects us too, right? That's why I say what planet corresponds to the day of the week out of the tarot, right? So let's go ahead and keep shuffling, and we'll take it down to Funky Town and see what we got going on, because that's what we're here for, right? Let's take it down. Let's take it down. Let's take it down. Let's take it down. And I've shuffled a few times, but we'll shuffle a couple more times. I poked my fingernail into my hand on my surgery, and when I tell you, I thought I busted it open, it hurt that bad. And I didn't look for it. It took me a minute to even want to look because I was like, oh, the pain was, it was horrible. But it was like direct, just direct to it. Just, I don't know why my brain just zeroed in on it. And you could still see a little poke. But, yeah, I don't know what that was. All right, let's go ahead and cut it. See, I'm right-handed and I still use my left because I've gotten used to it. And I even said that I'm going to end up becoming ambidextrous. All right, so we got something simple here today. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over it. All right. All right, card one. Card one is going to be, how can I best honor my inner divine feminine today? Card one. How can I best honor my inner divine feminine today? Mhm. Card two is going to be power. How can I reclaim my personal power and confidence? Power. Card three, wisdom. What message do my feminine role models or ancestors have for me? So it's card one, two, and three, honor, power, and wisdom in connection to your divine feminine. Okay, so let's get into it. Card one, like I said, honor. How can I best honor my inner divine feminine today? How can I best honor my inner feminine today? Justice. Justice represents Venus, represents Libra, right? So didn't we talk about this with Libra being connected to air and fall and being one of the cardinal signs that this major transit signal shift with Saturn, right? Saturn entering Aries is justice. And justice, as I said, represents Venus and Libra. Venus representing Friday, and Libra being a part of the Saturn entering Aries shift. So this is all about balance, fairness, truth, and accountability. So honor, how can I best honor my inner divine feminine today? Now this message could be for that Libra out there, that justice is deserved, balance and fairness is deserved, truth and accountability is deserved. And how can you best honor that is by giving yourself justice. And where's the best place to see this? Right there, right there. How can you best honor your inner divine feminine today is letting the justice be served. Justice be served, whatever that has to be, whatever. And in regards to the shift, the planetary shift here, accountability, right? Justice, right? Your passion, justice. The need to slow, like I said, the Saturn energy, the slow structure, clashing with the need for speed, Aries. Justice, still justice deserved, right? That's the first card. Interesting that there's that Libra connection. So this message could be for a Libra specifically. All right. So card two, like we know, is power. How can I reclaim my personal power and confidence? How can I reclaim my personal power and confidence? Hello. When we're getting major cards here, not like minor. Minor cards are like, how do I explain it? Everyday events. Like, I mean, just that everyday events with the major ones representing milestones, dramatic or major events, things beyond our control. And our second card is, how can I reclaim my personal power and confidence? The star is all about regaining hope, inspiration, faith in the future, perseverance, courage, determination of spirit, the light to lead you home. How can I reclaim my personal power and confidence? Shining star. Be the shining star. Justice deserved. Let your star shine. Let your light bright. Let your light bright. Let that light be bright. That's a tongue twister. The star. Your power is the star. Center stage. Belong on stage. Always holding your light in and not letting yourself be seen and heard and not letting yourself shine. Honor that. Still, I mean, it's your power because this was honor, but this should be honored too. Honor the light, honor the justice. I mean, they connect because you don't let yourself have the justice, you know, and dimming your own light for whatever reason. Okay, so the wisdom to connect these two, to connect you to your light and your justice. Wisdom, what message do your feminine role models or ancestors have for you? So simple. So simple. Okay, we got it's an everyday event. 9 is about compromises, compassion, and spirituality. Your wands is still represented by fire. Okay. And it's your passion, your activities, your projects. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So again, that energy of Saturn entering Aries. Maybe you have to make a few compromises, and not necessarily with other people, but with yourself, because this transit signal is about growing, changing, and building, and accountability, and leadership, and authority, and shift, and karmic lessons. So, compromising a little bit, wherever that is, I don't know, within yourself, and regain, and that'll help bring out that passion, that activity, that project. Not necessarily saying that this card is represented or connected to an Aries right now, per se, though it is the card, right? But that connection to the shift, Saturn entering Aries, is what I meant. And compromising, and letting that shift happen, and that wisdom uh, is something that you learn from your ancestors. So taking that message and whatever other lessons they gave you, um, will help you see that light, will help you shine that light brighter, and honoring the justice, the fairness, the balance, the truth, hmm the light, and the compromises. hmm Isn't that so simple? Oh, I know you can. Maybe you couldn't. I don't know. Anyways, sometimes simple is best. Sometimes it is. Because, like I said, this is a karmic lesson. And if you need 12 cards to get to a karmic lesson, then you're never going to even listen in the first place, right? I mean, I wouldn't think they would. That's the way the cookie crumbles, don't it? Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Because it's Friday and I'm hungry and I want to make me something to eat. 'Cause I likes to eat something good. Yesterday I made rice and cabbage and spam. I might make that again, but I gotta do the dishes first. So, yeah, take that as you will. Take that as you will. Give yourself the justice. Give yourself the 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 space. Give yourself the space. So if you stuck around, as you can see, I got a little quiet because I really felt like that wasn't done. So if this is you, there is this great need for this balance within this relationship because there's this judgment that's going on, this great judgment, and this great amount of mourning. Okay, there's conflict. Okay, this great amount of mourning that hence the justice, hence the justice. That's why I said there's just so much. There's so much imbalance, right? That truth, like that you don't want to admit because there's that mourning and that judgment, that guilt, and that remember because you're not letting your star shine, right? This is why I said, okay, for some reason I felt like this wasn't done. So if you stuck around, then you'll see, like, yeah. So, see, hold on, right, right, and I said that, right, okay, again. A victory, a much needed victory, right? Because you still have this passion and that communication that needs to happen because it's still on top of this balance, right? Because remember, we needed a compromise. We needed a compromise, remember, and that just compromise wasn't there because you needed that balance within that relationship. Okay. And that communication, like I said, has to be there. Now, again, what just came up? The Emperor. This is connected to Aries. Remember, where the other Aries energy was in here, um, right here at the Wands. So maybe this is a relationship between a Libra and an Aries. Maybe that has nothing to do with it. I don't know. Maybe not. But that energy is there. And there's that judgment that's coming from somewhere that's making you dwindle that star, right? And that energy on top of that is the emperor, and the emperor is connected to the Aries, like I said, which is we know is all about authority, and that's what this shift is about. In this shift from Saturn into Aries, it's about that accountability, and that's what this is right here. So you're gonna have to judge yourself, you're gonna have to judge yourself before that light's gonna shine because it maybe just be some, that maturity level that doesn't want to ante up. You know, you still kind of want to stay in that level that you don't want that you don't want that authority for some reason, or you're just kind of scared of it. So what came up after that, with after the justice lined up with the five of pentacles, I said as that mourning, um, the reason why you don't give yourself that justice is because you have that mourning. And on top of that, we got the wands. Remember the wands over here, and the two of cups. And we got again the two about that balance and duality. Um, Again, we keep talking about balance, and justice is all about balance, right? That's what justice is. But when I'm talking about the scales of justice, right? And the wands, that balance of the passion, balance of the passion, the balance of that fire, not even just the balance of the passion, balance of that fire, balance of that guilt, balance, not guilt, balance of that mourning. The guilt's over here. The guilt's over here. The judgment. There's the guilt that deletes, dims that light. And you have to take authority over that judgment. Authority, emperor over judgment, authority over judgment. Judgment is judgment, right? And that balance of fire, that passion over that morning, the earth, which is a Capricorn, again, a part of the karmic lesson with this planetary activity, that transit signal of the Saturn into Aries. Um, yeah, that's what I felt needed to be said. Hmm. Balance, balance it out, communicate, take authority. And that's what it's all about, taking authority and accountability and your own judgment and your own justice. And you have to communicate for your star to shine again, again, again. Okay. I think that's, yeah. I said three, but what? Hello, nine. That's all right. I just didn't feel like it was done. Oh well. I winged it. But that's tarot. That's real tarot. Remember I said it's real and raw over here? No gadgets, no gadgets, no, yeah. Okay. I think we'll end it here. We appreciate spirits giving us this message. I hope it resonates with you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the transit signal, the shift. I hope you don't feel too crazy from it, because we're all gonna experience it, regardless if we're an Earth sign. If you know what I'm saying, regardless of what your zodiac is, you're still a human being, and you're still an antenna from the Earth. So, yeah. All right. All right. All right. Good for me. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you stayed. If you were the one, if you clicked, they probably clicked out because they probably thought, "What's going on here?" Yeah. But if you're patient, yeah, there you go. All right. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoy some fresh air. I hope you enjoy a good meal. I hope you enjoy yourself, hmm and your time with yourself. And we'll leave it at that. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, hit the button, hit the like, hit the comments. Leave me a message. Leave me a whatever. I don't know. Leave me an emoji. Emoji. Um, yeah, hit all them buttons. You know what I'm saying? And have a beautiful night. All right. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Bye.